Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Riley. I'm just a normal citizen, but I'm concerned about the residents of Flint. I'm going to call them the environmental refugees. Just a normal citizen, and I have a concern. Flint lives are American lives, and American lives, we matter. Again, I say Flint lives, they are American lives, and any American life matter. Again, I call this the environmental refugees of Flint. What has occurred in the city of Flint, Michigan is really unbelievable. It's unfathomable. It's unconscionable. It's deliberate indifference. It's negligible. And I believe it should even be illegal, what has happened to these people. This is a man-made, but not just a man-made, a government-made, specifically a government-made disaster. It's an environmental catastrophe. And we're told that the effects of this catastrophe, this disaster, could be far-reaching for many, many years to come. That these effects will be lasting on the children, on the elderly, and the environment itself. People, the city of Flint, for lack of a better term, has been poisoned. And I think that is the best term. It's poisoned by the lead in the water. This lead has been linked to health concerns, mental health concerns, environmental concerns, and even economic concerns. Again, this disaster has even been linked to Legionnaire's disease. And I believe there are a few fatalities at this point. It's been about 2 months now, and nothing, yes, nothing has been done. When we talk about giving a couple of cases, and of course there's been more than a couple of cases of water, there's been thousands of cases of water. But in the wake of what has happened, this disaster, that is very minimal, just to give bottles of water. These people still have to live there. They have to wash their clothing, they have to prepare meals, they have to wash and bathe their body. Yet the people of Flint remain at ground zero. This is ground zero, and they're still there, and no one has been held accountable. Yet they sit in the wake of ground zero, sit in the wake of the water that has pathogens in it. We know where this comes from. The lead in the water. That is the pathogen. Again, the people have to sit in the wake of this pathogen. The people have to find ways to do everything differently. These are not the Alaskan bush people who choose to live off the grid and choose to get their water and bring their water in. This is the United States of America. These are residents of this great country. Flint lives, again, they are American lives. And Flint lives, they should matter. Even after the many reported skin rashes, people were still being told that it's okay to bathe in this water. It's okay to bathe in the water, that you should boil the water. The water is bad. So why are these people, my concern is, why are these people still sitting in the wake of these pathogens? No one has reached out to say, let's relocate these people, the people of Flint, American lives, I say again. Where's the CDC? We know what lead causes in the body of human. Where is FEMA? Where is the Red Cross? Now, the governor has apologized profusely. But yeah, apologize to me, but then do something to make me whole again. What has happened to the people of Flint? is to no fault of their own. They are victims. This is not a political issue. This is not a race issue. This is an American issue. And again, I can't stress enough that American lives, they matter. Now, we have evidence of what lead causes in the brains of developing children, let alone women that are pregnant, the elderly. And what about pets, animals? What about the ground? We don't even know what the effects of this lead will do on crops. There might be people who have gardens. They water with this lead-infested water. What happens now to the harvest? Is it tainted? Those are the kind of things. But we do know that the pathogen is in the water. And there has been no attempt to relocate these people who again sit in the wake of the pathogen, which is the water. Remaining in that situation could only compound the problems that are here and are yet to come. One of the things we know is that whenever there's an epidemic, you would either quarantine the host or quarantine the pathogens. The pathogen here is the water. The people have the ability to relocate. Why has no one offered a solution of relocating? This water, again, is unfit for human consumption. Now, just a few months ago, several major cities across this United States of America were clamoring for government assistance and set aside certain monies for Syrian refugees. Refugees who are not United States citizens, coming from an area that is known for jihadist sympathizers at least and terrorists, yet unvetted, we were willing and asking for the people of Syria, Syrian refugees. We had no idea who these people were, none whatsoever, but we were willing to relocate them by the hundreds of thousands. Where is that money? Why hasn't the residents of Flint been afforded the same opportunity? These are American lives. We know these people. They don't have to be vetted. They don't have to be vetted. We have their addresses. Some born and raised in the city of Flint. Born and raised in the United States of America. But again, where is all the outpouring of finances to ensure safe housing, proper nutritional care, top of the line health care? Whenever a disease has been manifested in the body in any type of way, we know the first thing to do is start treating that as soon as possible. The longer you wait, the more difficult it becomes to cure. Again, we don't know the lasting effects of this Flint lead-based water, but we know that there are effects to come. Why not start preventative care, preventative measures, if we already know that some of these things are going to happen? Again, I'm asking, CDC, where are you? American Red Cross, where are you? FEMA, where are you? This is a great time for this presidential candidacy, this whole climate, this whole election climate for the President of the United States of America. And I'm saying to you, and I'm asking the question to all of the candidates, Mr. Trump, you say, let's make America great again. Flint lives are American lives. How about starting with making Flint lives great again, or at least better than what they are? Mr. Sanders, you say a change that we can believe in. I'm sure the residents of Flint could use a change right now. Miss Clinton, you were in Flint. Why not send an email, unclassified, saying what you have outlined and what you're going to do for Flint? Do you have to wait to become the president to do something, to show what you can do? Mr. Cruz, I'm sure you know how to send an email. Why not send email to all your constituents and say, hey, these people in Flint have been done wrong. This is a government-made catastrophe. And from what we're hearing all over, $100 per day. And I'm sure there's certain individuals, top officials in the government of Michigan that spend $100 a day just for lunch. Yet the decision was made. Now somebody explain that to me. Mr. Ben Carson, you're compassionate. You are a Christian. But let me ask you this. Flint is right next to your hometown of Detroit. Now while you're out all around the world garnering support for your presidency, what are you willing to do for the city, the residents of Flint? And I keep saying, Flint lives are American lives, and they matter. Mr. Rubio, you're the first to say amnesty for illegals. Well, what about amnesty for the people of Flint? They're not illegal. These are American lives, and they matter. What has happened in the city of Flint, it ain't right. It just ain't right. Forget about being grammatically correct. What has occurred in the city of Flint, it ain't right. And what I say to you presidential hopefuls, candidates, Kasich, I'm sure that the residents of Flint could use a hug right now. Now this is your opportunity to show what is your commitment to American lives. Yes, Flint and its citizens might not be the most prosperous city in the United States of America, and I'm sure it isn't by far. However, these people were being taxed and more fees put on them than any city in this country. And somebody tell me why. Again, that ain't right. So presidential candidates, what is your commitment to the people of the city of Flint? Because how you treat the least of these will show and how you will be for the whole country. This opportunity for each of you to do something. You don't have to wait to become president to do something. We all can do something. I just want to leave you with this. Flint lives, they are American lives. And American lives, we matter.